And we're live. We're live. Cool. Hello. Thank you for joining me this Tuesday afternoon. Um, I need to update my stream description, don't I? I'm not doing the New York Times Sunday crossword. I am Game Boy homebrew asymptoting. Category science and technology. We need retro, we need game development, we need programming? Yeah, update information. There we go. We're up to date. Because I'm not doing the crossword right now. I do the crosswords on Sundays. Please join me for that. Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific. No, I'm making a Game Boy game. And we're going to have kind of a weird stream today because we're not actually going to do any Game Boy programming. I'm going to show you the state of the game right now. Let me just pop this open. We got music, and it's like a bouncing brick game, and it's that's about it. So what I am doing is. Right now, the only brick we support are bricks that you hit once and then they disappear. And that's fine, but it's not super exciting. It's kind of boring if that's the only kind of brick you have in your breakout game. Actually, the original breakout only had bricks like that, I think. But further variations on the theme had better more kinds of bricks to add some variety and spice to the game, and to make the game a lot more fun. So I want to start doing that, and there's a problem there because currently the way that I've been defining stages is I use these aliases in my assembler to help make it easier to draw them, but I just sort of draw them like right in the assembly code like this, which works all right because for this one kind of brick, because you can have a dash. Right, I guess I need to explain a little bit more. The map format that I use for each individual byte, it actually encodes 2 bricks worth of information. It encodes the top brick and the bottom brick. For an 8x8 block, it encodes, you can see here, the blocks are 4x4, or sorry, 8x4. So an individual byte actually will encode, you can't see it here because this level only has one row, but if there's another row of bricks, like there's another brick down here below, that would be in a single byte. So for each one of these bytes, we can say, oh, it's just a dot, there's nothing in there. Or we'll say that we use the dash to signify that the top half of this 8x8 block, the top 4 pixels, is a brick, an underscore to show that the bottom is, or an equal sign to show both. And it works kind of nicely, but it's going to get hard to start introducing new block types if there's just not enough characters on the keyboard that have this property where you can have a top half and a bottom half, and they both signify something, and you can combine them nicely. Really, dashes are the only one that I can think of. So that means that probably the right thing to do at this point is to start having a more sophisticated way to make maps, which is what I'm working on now. I am using TileLED, and you can't see because I've got my stupid face up here. I'm using a program called TileLED, which is an industrial strength tile map editor, whatever that means. It's probably the best sort of free option out there for making tile maps. There's other ones available which are more Game Boy specific, but they're nowhere near as powerful. And so I wanted to show this because even though a lot of those would suffice for breakout or a breakout clone, they probably wouldn't suffice for, you know, a more sophisticated game, whatever that may be. So to that end, I decided I wanted to show using TileAd. So that is going to come in sort of two parts. We got to first of all set TileAd up in order to make our maps, and then I am going to also have to write a custom exporter in Python. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It should be pretty straightforward, although I've never done this. So some unknown unknowns might arise. Hopefully not. So here are some things. I created a new map, and I set tile width to be 8, tile height to be 4. The map is 16 by 16. So that like lines up with, if I go back into the code that we have here, there's 8 rows here of bytes. Each one of these rows is 16 bytes across. And we do this to keep the math really simple for the Game Boy's weak baby processor. But then because each of these bytes stores 2 rows, that's why the actual height of this map is 16 by 16. And so that's why we use, because here we're actually storing each 4 pixel brick on its own in its own cell. That's why this map is going to be 16 by 16. And then the other thing I did was, I could actually spruce it up a little bit. I just went into Paint and I made a very simple facsimile of our 2 bricks, 2 kinds of bricks right now. And yeah, I should probably use the actual visuals here so this looks the way it'll look in the game. Let me actually go do that right now. So I'm just going to open up Paint. File, tile set. And then like, right now I just use tiles that I just drew into the assembly code, much in the same way as this. Like, they're just defined over here. But really what I should be doing is drawing my tiles here in Paint and then using the same bitmap that I used for TileAd. I should convert that using a conversion program. But right now, because everything is just so simple, it's not worth my time and energy to do that. I don't need my sweet rave music right now. So there we go. Now it's updated in TileAd. So I'm just going to grab. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. I'm going to grab this tile. I'm going to fill up the map. And I just am going to start drawing a little map here. Stamp brush, yeah, that's what I want. I have no idea why I am writing this, but it was just the first thing that came to mind, and it doesn't matter. One important thing I wanted to do is make sure that I do have, like, this here is going to end up as 1 byte. And so it's going to have both tiles in it. Or it's going to have the bottom, this is going to have the top set, and then this, I believe, yeah, this will have both. And so that way we'll be able to sort of really exercise all of the different varieties of things. So there is a simple test map. I guess the next thing that I need to do is write this exporter. Oof, wow, I got a lot of tabs open. Here, let me grab. You can't see what I'm doing. That is okay. Python scripts. Here we go. I just need to write a script kind of like this. So I'm going to go over to VS Code. I'm going to new file. I'm going to paste all this in. It does not go here. Where does it go? It says it needs to go into the scripts directory, which I don't know. Is that something that is saved to like my documents, or do I have to go edit it in program files? Is it in app data? Come on, TileEd. This is the sort of thing that preferences. Maybe in there? It's unfortunately, this is not documented super well. Classic. Let me go over here and say TileEd scripts directory. So this says, okay, it should just go into .tiled. Wow, there's just a lot of stuff I need to do, huh? Okay, cool. So first it says I need to open a command prompt and type in makegear.tiles. Oh, yeah, I don't want it in there. Not in System32. Why did it open it up in System32? That's hilarious. Run. I mean, CMD. There we go. It's in users add-on. Okay, then the Python plugin is disabled by default. So I first need to enable it in preferences. So now I need to go into preferences, plugins, Python. Cannot load library. The specified module could not be found. Yep. Not installed by default. I first need to install Python 3.7, which I might not have installed. To my loss. Wow. That's neat. So this is cool. When you type in Python from the shell, it opens up the Microsoft Store and gets you to try to install Python. Which is a whole thing. Hi, Nellie. Nellie, do you want to say hi to the internet? Oh, I missed my stream yesterday because I was busy taking Nellie to the vet. There you go. Let's get you on camera. Just for a checkup. I was a little bit worried about her because she was being awfully squawky, but she's in apparently perfect health. So I guess she's just really squawky. I guess that's all there is to it. Okay, where was I? Download, Windows. I'm going to follow what it says to do in the documentation and install Python 3.7. Even though that's old. No files for this release. Why not? Okay, well, I see they don't provide binaries for 3.7 anymore, so let's do this. Very annoying, but files, Windows, executable installer. And the tragic reality of development is that, or being a computer programmer, is that a lot of the time you aren't programming. A lot of the time you're busy dealing with setting stuff up. Gotta make sure to add Python 3.7 to the path. Let's hit install now. The screen goes black when it does the security prompt. That's neat. I'm going to close. Oh, I exited from TileEd. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to disable the max path thing. That's cool. So, okay, having done that, let's go see if the TileEd plugin now works. Preferences, plugins, Python. Yeah, there we go. It's enabled. Cool. So now, having done all of that, let's get writing our plugin, huh? So we're going to go, and it's going to be in users atom tiled. That's the scripts directory, and I want I'm just going to call this busfree.py, and it is a Python file. I should install the recommended extension for Python. Just there we go. It's been installed. Cool. I don't know if that's going to help much, but linter pilot is installed. I'm going to pass on that for now. I'm going to pass on that too. I just want syntax highlighting and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, who's a good kitty? You're such a good kitty. What a sweet baby. So now, how does this work? Like I said, I've never done this. This is all new to me. We're going to call this bust free maps map, I guess. Short name, I guess. Oh, baby. I don't know what short name. Let's go pull up the API reference and see what this says. There is no API reference. Read the source code. And the source code does not tell me what anything is. It does not tell me what short name is. So that sucks. We search this repo for short name. Some documentation on that. Short name for this map format. What is the short name? I don't know. Not important, I guess. So then what happens next? In your write method, you need to open the file up. And then, I guess that's basically, you have a tile map and a file name, and you just do your thing. So let's try that. I'm going to stick this over there, stick that over there. We're going to keep this. It's going to be a binary file. we're only going to support tile maps that have if is tile layer at tile map I. Got it. Layer equals tile layer at tile map 0. We're going to get the layer. Just gonna, well, actually, yeah, for now I'm gonna put these assertions in here just to make sure that we haven't done anything wrong when building the map. So we only support maps that are 16 by 16. One thing we're going to do is probably divide this by 2. And I want to use integer division here, not that it matters, but because we're going to want to address 2 rows at once so that we can write them out. I'm just gonna, and like I said before, I've never done this. So I'm just trying to figure this out as I go. So let's see here, y. We want to multiply it by 2 because we're just getting 2 rows at the same time. We're going to get insert top, insert bottom. All right, and then here's the other trick. Instead of doing that, we are going to append and I called this layer, not tile layer. That matters. And I called this row tiles, append. So the format I used is the first 4 bytes correspond to the top tile, and the the first 4 bits correspond to the top brick, and the bottom 4 bits correspond to the bottom brick. So I'm just going to take the top, I'm going to shift it left by 4. I'm going to OR that together with bottom. So that'll just combine the 2 numbers into a single byte. I guess it's .id. I hope .id gives me an integer. This is one of the problems. You don't have types, you don't have documentation. Come on, guys. This doesn't... What am I looking like? I don't even know. Like Python binding. I guess that's what I was looking at, huh? I'm probably looking at tile.h. Tile.h maybe in this repository. No, don't include tile.h. I'm looking for a file called tile.h. I don't feel like downloading the repo, so it's to maybe easier if I just try to look it up. Source tiled. Not change tile.h, not editable tile. Where is the... Is there like an underlying library, libtiled? Probably in here. Tile.h, there we go. For ID. Yes, ID is an integer. Perfect. That is what I was hoping for. So next, what do I got to do? Next, I've got all of the tiles for the row joined together into a list. Now I need to convert that list into bytes. See if I can remember how to do that. Permission denied. CD. Python 3. I installed it. There we go. It just was called Python instead of Python 3. Help bytes. Let's look at this. I believe you can create a bytes from an interval of ints. So all I'm going to do is with file handle, I believe it's like .write. I believe I can just write some bytes from row tiles. Let me just make sure that it works. So I'm gonna like 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes. That, yes, that gets me the byte 1, the byte 2, the byte 3. With, I don't need to use with. F equals open test file wb, because it's in system32. Test file. Whoa, whoops. Love to use Windows, huh? Help f.write. Write to the given buffer. And then let's just go f.write. I can't imagine this doesn't work. And it wrote 3 bytes, so I feel real good about that. I think that's all I need. Yeah, that seems like it makes a lot of sense, and I am reasonably confident that that is correct. So let's save that. Wait, where did I save this to? Yes, this is in users Atom tile and bus free. Cool. I'm gonna exit just to make sure that it picks it up. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but whatever. No export as. I'm going to go and I'm going to see bust-free maps. A little sketch, but map1.map. Uncaught exception in script. Please check console. Uh-oh. Traceback. Unsupported operand type for shift left. Oh, right. That makes sense. This should be .id and then bottom .id. Let's clear the console, close that. Let me try that again. Yes, and it exported. That's awesome. Let me go into my let me go into here. This is 128 bytes, which is exactly what I want. So I'm now finally at last going to go over to stage.asm. I'm going to delete this stage 0. I'm going to replace this with inkbin map1.map. I'm going to build it. Everything compiled. Now we're going to see if that worked. I'm going to now reload my ROM. I'm going to hit run. There we go. Awesome. First try, pretty much, kind of. That was what I was hoping to get done for today. I've got my plugin ready. So tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to start introducing new kinds of blocks, and I'll be able to just draw them in here. We can spice up the game a little bit. Cool. All right. Not bad. Thank you very much for joining me. This was a fun little exercise. I got to write some Python for once, which sometimes it's nice to use a real programming language instead of freaking 8-bit Game Boy assembler. Anyways, cool. I'm out for today. Thank you very much. Please join me tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a good one.